everyone, to episode 245 of the Battlecast podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Peng. I'm joined by HurricaneKaz, PP, Josh, and unfortunately, no Twastell, so no
Once
Hurricane.
again, Mittens must take his place.
No Cast's Corner finale yet, but
it's March, man.
Best.
We're gonna do it like Christmas.
Yeah,
it's fine. You only get 3 lifelines if you win,
finale
right?
For 2025 and 2026.
I don't know if you could be one to complain, Steve. Look,
I'm not complaining.
I've been here.
I'm just saying.
Kaz has been here most weeks. I think you've been here like almost every week. I feel like you might have missed like 1 or 2. I forgot. I think you're sick for 1 week.
I was sick last week. I've been working so much that my body was like, if you do not sleep right now, yes, I will destroy you. I thought I should take that threat seriously.
My apologies if I contributed to that. But,
no.
Okay, it wasn't me. It was Steve, right? That's Steve. That's asked for thumbnails for his wild escapades. Who Tristan called it. You indeed were, because when he said he couldn't make it, he was like, "What did you say? You're like double booked or overworked or something."
Yeah, my schedule was way too full.
You were just
because you were on a freaking plane to Puerto Rico,
so
maybe.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that though. Let's get into the events first, and then we'll talk about Championship Series. We have Scorbunny Community Day coming up, probably to no surprise because this is probably going to happen at some point. Anyway, so hold on. They're asking in PokemonGo.com can access my location. No, you cannot. Why do you need my location as a website? Yeah. Come on, no.
I already give you my location in the app. Just talk to the app.
It's a website. Anyway, so Scorbunny Community Day, March 14th, Saturday, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Scorbunny will be the featured Pokemon, of course, and this will be the Shine release. And, of course, if you evolve Raboot into Cinderace, you get Blast Burn. And then a bunch of community research. What's the bonuses? 1/4 hatch egg distance, which is all right. And the standard like candy bonuses, lore modules, etc. So relevance for PP, I don't think it's that very.
After this event, Cinderace will also be able to learn Pyro Ball.
Oh yes.
I don't think that's really going to make much of a difference either, because it doesn't have any special effects. It's not really even a great bait move, I don't think. I don't know.
I mean, it depends. It says it's 75 damage. So obviously they never give us energy because they just refuse to acknowledge that energy exists, I guess. But like other 75...
what are you talking about, Steve?
Someone asked about that the other day. I think it's like a Pokemon company like rule. I have to assume. Like a Niantic thing. Yeah.
But that's like, the same damage as Surf or Rock Tomb or something of that caliber. So it could be anywhere in that.
This Pokemon just doesn't have great moves. Fire Spin and Tackle is just not going to do for you. And your only non-fire charge attack is Focus Blast. So Pyro Ball is definitely going to be a fire move.
Is it better or worse than the Rillaboom? That is
Caleb's boy Rillaboom.
This whole generation. No. Thwacky's my boy, right? Rillaboom I don't associate with, right? You don't evolve the guy if you're a man of culture, right? You keep it as a Thwacky.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
This thing's not gonna be. If it's relevant for any even limited metas, I'll be shocked. So play if you like. It's a good collection. Who knows? Maybe it'll be relevant down the road. Pure fire type with not great stat product seems unlikely.
It's such a shame.
Why don't they
give this cool design? Kick? Like,
does this learn low kick?
I don't. It sounds like it should, but I don't know.
Let me see if it does learn low kick in the main series game.
I feel like he's already looking it up.
No, I'm currently looking at the stat product of Cinderace. Even if it had good moves, is it even useful? It doesn't look awesome.
Moves learned.
I mean, it's hanging out with Tatsuguri and Slacking for Great League stat product.
It learns double kick and it does learn counter.
Okay, so
I don't think it learns low kick.
Yeah, counter's not going to do it that much.
No, it can learn low sweep via TM. That's
it can learn high jump kick, but we don't even have that move, right?
I don't think so.
That's not the move that Serena has, right?
I feel like we might. You might be right.
I don't know. No one ever uses Serena for anything, so I don't actually.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it is high jump kick. Yeah, it's high jump kick.
Yeah,
that's the move. Yeah, but again, like it's
Mean
gonna take
Fu
forever to
also
get to.
has it.
Yeah, it learns Shadow Ball, which would be kind of interesting. It needs a better fast attack. I'm trying to see what fast attack it could actually even learn that's relevant. No, it does learn low kick by TM.
It's not by TM. It's by like the other thing that they introduced. The like.
Well, I'm looking at the category that says moves learned by TM. So
yeah, on Cerebi, it's listed under technical record.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, in the main series game, it could have low kick potentially. If they give it low kick, honestly, again, catch good ones, save good ones, because you never know. Maybe it gets low kick down the road, and it'll go from terrible to below mid, but
it's squishier than Zapdos, man.
Yeah, maybe limit metas. Anyway, it'll be a fun.
The shiny is cool though.
Yeah, if you're a collector, cool. I think it'll be fun. But
yeah,
okay, nothing to sing home about. But we have a bug out event. This is also coming up. We have a little bit less events than usual, I think, and that's the general trend for this season, maybe future seasons, which I do not mind because we don't need a random research day on a Sunday and then a Gigantamax on a Saturday and then event later over it. But bug outs March 17th to March 23rd. Certain bugs will make its debut. So Blip Bug, Dottler, and Orbeetle.
Oh my god! So
Orbeetle's a cool sounding name. Blipbug is like a tongue twister name, I feel like. Luckily, it's the first stage evolution, I believe, so we're probably not going to ever say it on a broadcast. Unless Steve wants to bring it to a tournament.
What's its stat product?
Believe
okay.
Best studied.
It maxes at CP of 405. So
Dude, I feel like if Steve became like a billionaire, like the science would be he just go to random tournaments running stupid things. And, like, not care about it at all.
Instead of going to random tournaments and
trying to catch a move on
things.
a blip bug and try to win it, especially if they're Swiss, because then he's like, okay, well, I can still get the max amount of battles out on day one, even if I lose every one of them.
Easy. But no, it wouldn't be a complete team of nonsense. It would be 5 legit picks, and the 6th pick would always be nonsense consistently.
Just so how Wilmer came about, right?
Exactly. So, like, you're maximizing your chance of like doing well, and then saying, "Yeah, I got top 16 with Blipbug." it's no.
That's what I used to do with Bastion. Honestly, that's why I decided to just use it.
It's hard.
I used to just keep that thing on the bench. I was like, man, this is impossible to use on a Red Steel Galarian Stunfisk Metachamp meta and Swamper meta. I was like, honestly, in hindsight, I don't know what I was thinking that would work, but it really did not.
The Steel Trap really didn't work well during that time period.
Yeah, I was trapping myself with 5 Pokemon. That's what was happening. I mean, in recent years, it's been good, and obviously now it's not. But anyway, event bonus. So this is actually kind of interesting. Lure modules will bring in certain things. So Paris Combi, Cutiefly attract regular lure modules have increased chance of being shiny. So Paris and Combi have extra Stardust, not Cutiefly. But on the 17th to 19th, 10 a.m. to 10 a.m., it's Paris and Sizzlipede. On 19th to 21st, it's Sizzlipede Cutiefly, which not much any extra does. And then the 21st to 23rd is Combi and Sizzlipede. Combi has an extra dust. So if you need some extra dust, this could be a way to grab some.
Yeah.
Wild encounters are pretty underwhelming, though. The most exciting thing is you might even encounter a Scyther. Crazy Gen 1.
Oh my gosh. Let's go. I can finally get my Great League Sizzle.
Blipbug not.
You better start collecting energy for that super mega Scizor.
This is unfortunate, but I don't think Blipbug actually comes out in the wild. It's only in raids and in your featured encounters.
Oh, man.
With your Go Pass. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's not relevant for anything though.
It doesn't say that it's not in field research, so we can hold out hope that it's in field research.
I feel like it's not in field research, so if they didn't say it, though.
I bet there's at least going to be one task with it.
Yeah, win 3 raids.
Yeah, right? There they go. That's gotcha.
Yeah. If you win 3 Blipbug raids, you get a 4th for free. 4 for the price of $3.
Oh my god! I mean, dude, I'm gonna need to get a lot of XLs to max out this guy to 405. So I'm gonna get started.
Yeah.
Like I said, you'll
Yeah,
be
you
if
better
you're a
get to work.
billionaire, it's not a problem. Like you go just raiding nonstop, maxing out those remote raid passes every day. Actually, that'd be kind of hard to remote raid because I don't know who else is actually doing them. But
yeah.
Well, there might be people doing it, but like, who would actually like ask for help on them? Right?
Yeah.
My usual raid
You'll see me tweeting out, "Hey, does anyone have any blip bug grades they can send me, please?"
Bruv.
It'd be like, in this economy, and Steve's like, "Oh, in my economy."
In my own personal economy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's going to be it, honestly, for the events. Kind of underwhelming on both fronts, but that's okay. Not every event's for PvPers. There might be some PvE people that enjoy this. Let's briefly talk about Go Battle League because we've had a little over a week now. What do y'all think of the season? 'Cause I feel like it's like the meta. I tweeted this out earlier this week, but I was saying how the meta, at least at Open Great League, feels smaller than it's been, and not in a bad way, but it's just like they're just less viable Pokemon. If you think about it, Scissor's out of the picture. Bastion, like there's still some people trying to use it, but it's not really great. In my mind, I mean, I did lose to one, but like overall, I'm beating most of them. Steelix is okay-ish. And the only other steel type is really just Empoleon. And so, like, almost every team just has Empoleon if with the Altaria lead. Like, every time I see Altaria lead, I'm like, well, it's Empoleon on the back. Or, like, you see, like, maybe, like, Jelson lead's a little bit questionable because you're super weak to electric, but it's possible that there's Empoleon there. But there's a lot of Altaria running around, and there's almost always just, like once in a while I see a Gutsword, there's probably Empoleon on the back, too. Jelson everywhere. Licky here or there. A lot of Altaria, a lot of Charjabug. But yeah, I don't know. What do y'all think about the meta?
I think that's pretty accurate. It seems like every time I see someone trying to use like a Scizor or a Mudslapper, I'm like, "Aw."
Yeah, I'm like, well, I saw someone running Bastiodon, Mudslap, Toadscruel, which I don't even know what a fast attack learns, and then Waterfall, Shadow Gyarados. I was like, bro, you're playing the wrong fast attack pressure meta right now. Like, this is not going to work.
Yeah, so it just seemed, I mean, the Open Great League seemed a little more condensed. And I was but in a way, I was also kind of disappointed because one of my favorite things about like the start of a new season is kind of playing around with new toys. And I didn't feel like there was too much that was really like new for me to experiment with, except for Shelgon was really fun.
Shelgon is probably one of the better new ones. Some people say Gliscor. I'm not really personally sold, especially in a water meta, but
yeah,
I mean, I think it could have some
too
play,
many
right?
Jellicent.
Dude, I beat it with a Chargebug lead and a Nihilip in the back. Like, and I didn't have an Ice in the back. I had Jellicent, which, like, you still have plenty of play. But, like, I just shielded once, and now the Shadow Gliscor is shielding, like, the Chargebug. I don't know. Again, I think if they rebuffed Gligar or something, it'd be a different story. But the Gliscor itself is, I don't know. It's kind of hard to use. Maybe it's a little better in Ultra League, but it's slightly bulkier. But yeah, I think that's the thing I noticed too, right? Last season there were a lot of new things you could try, and like maybe a lot of them didn't pan out, but like there was still stuff you could try, like Celio. I mean, I lost a Celio in Seattle, so it's like super relevant. Like Walrein got rebuffed a bit. You had Gourgeist, Tyranitar, which is like definitely not as good as people hyped it up to be in Open Great League, but it still like was fun to use, right? This season I feel like there's just less, which again I don't personally mind. But I think some people might care, having a little bit less variety.
Yeah, it's not one of those things that I'm like mad about. It's just kind of making this season feel a little more meh to me.
Repetitive.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of just like the main takeaway in some sense, or the main shift that has happened is just like, okay, Mudslap is gone. That's sort of the big keystone thing. And like Scizor is sort of
pressure in general, I feel like it's gone. Would you say so? At least in Open Great League, I played some Cancel Cup, and that was confusion users everywhere.
I guess so. But like as far as like sort of the core meta, if you take Mudslap out, then all of a sudden Empoleon, who was already good and already had pretty high usage, is just better, and so everything just centralizes around Empoleon even more. But you don't have Mudslap to come in and deal with it, so you just sort of end up with the same guys again and again and again and again, and so it just. I guess there wasn't really anywhere to go if you just make something strong even stronger.
Well, I think the thing is you take away Mudslap, you also take away Bastion for the most part. I mean, some people are still trying to force it. I don't think it's actually that strong anymore. And because of that, you take away all the fast attack pressure teams. So almost everyone that's like playing well is like using charge like oriented teams, right? Outside like the occasional Wiggly or maybe Charge Bug, right? But like then a lot of those two also rely on a lot more charge attack pressure these days too. Like Wiggly's not charming. Like Wiggly uses Zero Shield into a Jelson if they safe swap it, right? Like it's just like kind of weird. So yeah, I don't know. And even Annihilate is charge attack pressure oriented now too. You're not really running counter with it. So you have to rely on charge attack pressure. I don't think it's a bad thing. I do think that it does reduce the gameplay style people will see in GBO, and everyone's just playing the same style. Personally, I don't care, right? I'm a weirdo. I love Flying Cup. That's probably my favorite meta of all time, where it's just like 6-7 different Pokemon all would play into each other. But I think a lot of people will probably grow to find this season boring over time, at least Open Great League. But that's my take. I don't know. I had a lot of fun with Spring Cup. Huh?
I'm already pretty bored. I'm like, yeah,
I
get it.
Yeah, I know you, but like, does this compared to past seasons though? Is this like about the same pace, or like were you less bored last season around this time?
Definitely less bored. Like in the past, this like the pure feeling of this is the same. I know it's not identical, but it just feels the same to me. It's like, okay, like it's the same guys. Like. I actually, when I was prepping for San Juan, like I built a team and I was like, yeah, okay, like this could work. And it was the same 6 Pokemon as Jumothy ran back to back for Sydney, Auckland. And it's like, okay, what are we, like Annihilate has a different move now, but it's still Annihilate and it's still the same other 5 Pokemon. So what do we? I don't know. And it was like completely. Actually, I think it was almost the winning team. It's kind of whack.
Drapion is also a little bit not as relevant as I thought it would be. I think part of it is Empoleon being super relevant, and I think the other part is I don't think it really fully recovered from that crunch nerf.
Well, I was sort of looking into it because like I assumed that it was going to be huge, right? And obviously I was trying to build something for San Juan, and it sort of feels like. Obviously, it has good pacing. You still get Aqua Tail to 4. But if you want a 4-turn Aqua Tail, 8-turn Aqua Tail, dude, run Quagsire, which then beats all of the Drapions anyway. So it's sort of like, well.
And Quagsire actually, in my mind, hasn't been super, super common either. Like it's
not in GBL.
I think, no, not in GBL. Maybe in Show 6. But like I've been looking at just like inadequate practice tournaments, like data every day, and like whenever they post the teams, and it doesn't seem like there's that much Quagsire even in Show 6.
I think we've been looking at different usage because there was heaps of Quagsire when I was playing.
Okay, I'm not acting like I've seen every usage posted, so maybe, right? But usually at the top is like Empoleon, Wigglytuff, Corviknight, Jellicent. Annihilate's like middling a little bit, but I didn't see a lot of Quagsire. I mean, there might be some. Like there probably is a decent amount, obviously more than last season, past seasons, right? But I think it's the old Quagsire. I think it just got a little bit power crept as well because everything's getting faster, right? So like back when Quagsire was super super fast, it was nuts, right? But now like Jellicent gets a Shadow Ball faster, Corviknight's stupid fast with Air Cutter, right? Like they're just so like Annihilate's faster. Well, kind of it hit like compared to old counters, like similar, but you get the gist, right? So like I think that's one of the issues I think why like Trevenant never just regained his glory, even though it's old Trevenant. It's why I think that Swampert is still not that relevant. Honestly, I'd be kind of okay if they rebuff Earthquake. I don't know what you all think. I think it'd be okay. I don't think Glaring Stump is going to become meta all of a sudden. I think Swampert will be a little bit better, but not that much better. What else has Earthquake that's going to be throwing?
I think Hippias could be meta, to be fair. I mean, like,
you think Glaring Stump is going to be meta?
Yeah, I think it was sort of like, again, looking at San Juan, it was like almost going to be fringe meta. And like, it's so close to being useful, but it's just
people use Glaring Stump in San
Juan?
No.
But like, people were practicing with it. Like, they were trying it out. Like,
I see.
It looks okay on paper. And it's just like one little shove. Like, if you buff Earthquake, all of a sudden, it might be a goer.
What does it beat outside of like Wigglytuff and Altaria? Because like
currently, that's why no one's using it. But if you
that's what I'm saying. So like even if they rebuff Earthquake, I'd be okay with it because I feel like it wouldn't be that relevant, right? Maybe it beats Licky Licky. Probably should. But it probably won't be that clean of a match. It'll be like old like Lickitung versus Stunfisk vibes.
I mean, without Mudslappers around, would Clodsire be drastically affected by
Earthquake.
improving Earthquake? Like, would it become too
Clodsire? I feel like it's still kind of hard to use. I don't know. I mean, again, I wouldn't really hate a Clodsire meta either, right? Clodsire, I don't think it's that broken.
No, I don't think if you made Earthquake like a little bit better, that it would make it. I think it would make it better, especially with, again, the lack of Mud Slappers now, but still wouldn't be overpowering with anything that we're dealing with that's more meta.
Niantic devs, you listening?
Stunfisk always scares me because in the past, years ago, we were in that metagame where there was a lot of, are they clicking Rock Slide or are they clicking Earthquake?
Yeah, the Stunfisk mirror was... But I feel like it was an annoying mirror, but it wasn't like... It was worse. It was better than the Annihilate Shadow Ball mirror. Because that Shadow Ball just one-shots you, right? You're straight up playing chicken. Whereas you can let an Earthquake go and still survive with Blair Stunfisk, I don't know.
I just feel like the metas we've had are a little less reliant on that. I mean, it's been well observed that like so much play these days is you're only ever clicking the one move. Like there's an obvious move to click because everything's kind of getting a little close. I mean, Empoleon, Hydro Cannon, and Drill Peck are the same pacing.
Well,
Jellicent, you don't even gain that much. Like in
but in the mirror though.
Oh yeah, in the mirror.
Yeah. Jellicent mirrors are not fun.
No,
that's less fun. That's less fun than the Stunfisk mirror in my mind. I feel like the Hex does a little bit more percentage health damage than the Mudshot does. So like you could like theoretically just like shield and Hex down, whereas like you couldn't really shield and Mudshot down the mirror. But I don't know. Things to think about. But this is the season we're at. I'm curious to see how the Championship Series meta will develop. Speaking of Championship Series, oh wait, let me tell you all, Spring Cup, dude, my team has been cracked for Spring Cup, right? If y'all listening, you heard it here first. All right, so Ferrothorn, number 1 on the rankings, right? Mantine's pretty high up there, a bunch of other like grass and stuff. I was like, what is the checks for Ferrothorn, right? I feel like there's not enough checks. There's not really any fires. You run 5-frame Mobile or you run Gorgeist. I was like, whoa, Gorgeist into Ferrothorn is kind of nutty. So I ran that. It's ranked really low, so people I don't think are onto it. Then I ran my own Ferrothorn as a safe swap, right? And then in the back, dude, this is like in the 50s or so, or high 40s of Spring Cup. No one's going to snuff it out. Hisu and Electrode. Bro, that thing is kind of nuts for the Mantine. Well, I will say Gorgeist carrying me a lot because almost all my games, like, you don't even see the Hisu and Electrode. But I was able to beat a Gastrodon with Wild Charge Swift on the Hisu and Electrode. That was like one of those times where I was like, dang, I really wish I had Energy Ball. But the Mud Slap nerf really helped me. And I'm only taking neutral from the Mud Slap too. So it's actually not too bad. But anyway, if you want to climb, hey, we should do a GBL bet. What do y'all think? I don't know. Tristan actually hit Legend before me last season. So it is very viable.
Possible.
We'll split the teams. We'll do the team thing again,
It has been a while.
It has been a while, yeah.
But we'd have to have an episode, like we'd have to have a way to actually all talk to each other.
Yeah. Hopefully that'll happen before someone hits Legend, right? That'd be crazy if it doesn't. It was funny because I was reading another chat and Anacorp's was like, yeah, I'm just going to run some Quackavole until I get Elo. I was like, what? I was like, you prepping early for losing the Shakira Quackavole bets, right? He's like, oh, bro, I've completely forgot about that. So I was like, that's crazy that you chose Quackavole of all Pokemon to be running then. Like, I don't know why.
Does it have something? Like, is there actually any reality?
I don't know. Dude, I don't know. Maybe that mushroom coffee expired and it's just like, throwing parasites in his brain at this point. I don't know. But
I can't even. How do you spell it?
QUA something. Maybe.
Or
is it QUQ?
QUAQUA VAL.
Yeah, QUA, yeah.
Wow. I mean, it's got Wing Attack, Hydro Cannon, and Close Combat.
Wing Attack did get buffed.
Yeah, it's actually not insane.
Yeah, only 307, and you only get completely walled off from a Jellicent. And Altaria. Like, what? Surely you're not gonna run to those.
You could run Aerial Ace instead.
Yeah, that's gonna flip those matchups. Well, I don't know if the Anticor's still doing that. Maybe I should reach out back to him. Dude, this guy just had to run Bastion and Fur, and he would have done so well
Oh
on
my
so many of his
gosh.
bets.
It's true. All he had to do.
I know I wasn't here the other week, but that's so funny that
I was a victim of Will D. No, you know what's funny? I was so Will D was obviously at the tournament, right? And he was running his signature Will D team. Well, Jins was also at the tournament, and he also ran the Will D team to a T. So I face Will D on stream. I lose. I head back to the players area, right? And I see Dre Flames, right? Good buddy of mine, and he was just like, "Bro, I'm so tilted." I was like, what happened? He's like, I lost. I was like, who you lose? He's like, I lost to Jins. I was like, oh, because I talked to Jins earlier. I was like, oh, you're running the world. He was running the World D team. He's like, yeah. It's like, dude, like it's just so annoying to face, right? Like you just run like you're actually a talented player. You could just run like a skill based team. Like why are you running this nonsense? I was like, well, it worked. And he's like, he was so heated for a bit, right? He got over afterward, but he was super heated. I was like, dude, you're preaching to the choir, man. I literally just lost 2 minutes ago, too. Like, I walked over from my loss just now. Like, I lost to the team by the guy that made the team. Like I get you. It's part of it, you know? It's how it goes. I don't know how strong his team was to infer it, but he might have been weak to other aspects. Anyway, speaking of championship series, let's talk about it. Well, how about you talk about it? Because
yeah,
how far in advance did you plan this? And also, like, tell me all the details. Right? Did it sell out, or what happened?
Yeah, okay. Because I mean, there's been misinfo spreading around. Apparently, I guess on the whole player numbers.
Well, because I don't know anyone. I haven't spoken directly to anyone that went to San Juan. I talked to people beforehand. Like I talked to Josh Lee before he went, but him and Torian were the only two I knew that registered. I knew Torian couldn't make it, but. Josh Lee was still on the fence actually in Seattle like the week before.
Yeah.
So, I guess he committed, but
yeah, which I'd say is crazy, but it's not that crazy because I also didn't commit that early in the grand scheme of things. Like a month out, I was thinking about it because they announced it like kind of late-ish, right? Like it wasn't crazy late, like it wasn't South Africa last year late, but it was later than the other tournaments. And so like I saw it pop up and then I was like, nah, we'll give it a miss. And then time goes by, maybe a month and a half out. I'm like, maybe. And then I thought about it and I looked into it and then I was like, nah, we'll give it a miss. We'll just do Cape Town instead. And then maybe
now you're like, and we could do Cape Town on top of it.
Hang on a minute, wait. So then
why
like
not both?
2 weeks out, I was like, let's just do it. Let's just have a good time because I don't think I'm intending to compete again this season outside of like Cape Town, San Juan. So I was like, well, we could put 2 tournaments on the agenda.
Yeah.
Like I missed EUIC, and so I was like, let's just do it. And so, I did take advantage of my very good friend Greg's Qantas staff travel. So it's cheap flights to the US. So it wasn't like insane. Like if I just flew straight, paid full fare my way to San Juan, it would not be worth it. It was way too spenny. But staff travel sort of knocks off most of the costs for the international leg. So it's sort of like, this is fine. So basically, I teleported to Dallas and then just flew domestic.
When were you in Dallas? Like when was?
Oh yeah. So I had not. Like when I said I couldn't record last week, it wasn't really because of San Juan. Like I was just sort of crammed. I was still at home. Or maybe I wasn't at home, but I was around. No, I was just very busy. But I flew out on Friday Australia time, Friday morning, which is I guess
right because the tournament's on Sunday, right?
The tournament's on Sunday. So Thursday night, US time. And so then I land in Dallas on the Friday night. Oh no, hang on, does this make sense? Yeah, I leave on Friday, land on Friday. So like Friday, and then I stay the night in Dallas. Because the other thing is that San Juan accommodation is pretty expensive.
Really? It's probably like a popular vacation spot, is my guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's beautiful beaches and whatnot, and so it's very. You could get a cheap hotel, but then you'd look at the reviews and they were talking about, mold in the bathroom and mold on the walls and, like bed bugs. And it was like,
they got that in Washington, D.C. too. So
yeah. So I was just like, you know what? I'll sort of two-prong this. I'll try and like not stay in San Juan like the maximum amount of time, but then I'll also like just pay a bit more for the hotel. That's fine. So I stayed in Dallas the night and then flew to San Juan the next day through Orlando. I wanted to try it like dodgy. I really wanted a Spirit airline flight, but none of them worked out. I just wanted to get the hype, you know. So I used Frontier.
Sure, you're not missing out much hype, but you're also paying extra if you bring like any extra luggage and stuff. So
I had no checks luggage as well.
Okay, you just had a backpack or something.
Yeah, it's just backpack it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, land there Saturday, snooze, Monday morning. The rego is like at 11 or something like that. But okay, it's this massive shopping complex, dealio. And they just give you the address of the shopping center. Basically, it's just like, yeah, it's there. They don't give like specific instructions of how to find it. And so I Uber there. I walk up to the door. There's a security guard stopping people from coming in, and I'm like, what's the go? What's the dealio? And you know, he couldn't speak English. My Spanish wasn't good enough to get a full convo in. So he was just like, Google Translate it. I went, yep, sounds good. So, you know, I said, look, I'm here for this gaming tournament thing, not expecting him to know what the deal is. And he's like, you got to go in through the food court on level 3. The shopping center doesn't open till 11. Right. Okay. Apparently this food court entry opens early. So
did you use like Google Translate or something, or your Spanish just got better?
Yeah, like Google Translate.
Okay.
Yeah, no. You can use Google Translate now, because I did this several times while I was in Mexico too. Like you can have it just listen to what people are saying, and it'll read, like it'll type it out to you. You know.
Yeah, very handy. I had to use it when I was trying to find the Brazilian police station once upon a time.
But with what phone? I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know you have a spare phone, but that's funny if you didn't have a phone.
That is very funny. Walk in and it's like, I'll pull out my Google Translate. Oh no!
Yeah. Someone else rides by on a bike and grabs it while you pull it out.
But so then I start walking, and I still don't really know what the deal is. And this guy passes me by, and he's like, I was in a Play Pokemon shirt, so he knew I was there for the tournament. And he was like, bro, you are so far away. Like, you have no idea how far away you are from this tournament. This shopping center is huge.
Oh, my God.
And
how big can a shopping center be?
I don't know. It was a big thing, man. Like, it
how long did it take you to get from point A to point B?
I started walking, and I was like, you know what? I'll just wait at one of these entrances. I'll wait till 11. Tournament doesn't start till 11:30, so I reckon it should be chill.
Hopefully it's less than a 30-minute walk.
This guy drives back past, and he stops because he sees me just sitting there, and he's like, all right, get in. I'm driving there now. Just come. I'm like, yeah, righto. So I hop in this stranger's car in San Juan, and we... It would have been an insane walk. Like, it would have taken me 15 minutes to get around.
Yeah. And then there's a chance you would have gotten your phone stolen on the way there too, right?
What is it?
I don't know what it's like in San Juan.
Yeah. So you sort of have to go around and then go up the parking ramp. And you just have to know you want to get to level 3. So up the parking ramp and then go through this, like, next to the Chili's. And then it's in this abandoned Sears is what people were saying. So it's just this, like it just was this empty room, basically.
So it wasn't like a convention center or anything. It was just like
no. Yeah, it was in the mall.
How many people are even there? I assume Go was like what? Like, well, it was only a couple, right? But
yeah, 16, well, the cap for Go was 32. I don't.
Did it sell out? Like, and people just didn't show up? No, it didn't, right? Because I feel like the people that bought and didn't show up are no shows on the bracket, so it just never sold out.
No, it never sold out. Only 16 people.
And it says only 16 on Challenge.
Yeah, so that wasn't like they didn't remove people that didn't appear from the bracket, which is the same thing they did last year. But last year it was like, I don't know, 21 people or something like that. So it actually went down going to this year. Only 16 people there. And everyone, like, the bracket exists. So you know how sometimes the challenge bracket generates and you can see the standings list and you start to figure out, like, oh, you know, I'm in this group. Well, they generated it, but they had it hidden. So you could only see that there were 16 players. That's the only information you had. And so we were all going like, frick, because 17 players is the kicker for eight people getting points. 16 people, it's only top 4. So I think LW Josh.
That's the gatekeeping from some people that registered might have backfired.
Yeah.
Like, it's sold out. It's sold out. Yeah.
And that's I haven't said it on the podcast, I guess. This is just in DMs. But yeah, my theory of people saying that it capped is to keep people away from the tournament because, like, oh no, I want this to be easier.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, like, dude, I would rather
it was a lot harder.
Yeah. If Out of Pocket was here to make 17, I'd be cheering. That's like anything to get that top 8 bit. But yeah, so everyone was a little bit like, and they tried to talk to the organizers. It's like, oh, could we slip this person in? Like they were talking on Thursday and the organizers were like, nah, it's not possible. So
because the registration closed?
Yeah, it closed on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, too bad. So everyone was a little bit like, all right, top 4 it is.
How did you know 16 people already before Sunday?
It was the only info available on Challenge.
Oh, it's the only info. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So it said 16 players, but that's it.
But they released that on Thursday?
Yeah,
because registration closed, right? Okay, I get it. Yeah, so obviously, like, they don't mind sharing that, right? Okay.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know how else you find out about player numbers. I mean, it's a similar thing to when I went to South Africa the first time last year, and it's an unknown about how many people are actually going to rock up. And so it's sort of like, I mean, that time it was, are we going to get 4 for this tournament to run? Is there actually going to be enough people for this to happen? Whereas, you're sort of shooting blind as far as like, well, like, rock up and do your best on the day, I suppose, and hope there's going to be 4. I obviously didn't tell anyone I was going. The only people that knew were Debbie, Pebble, and Ash. And so I didn't know anyone else that was going either, outside of like some rogue mentions here or there. Like I know Lagger Gaming tweeted out that Just Dirk.
Wait, why did you tell Ash? He wasn't even going.
That was just like some advice on teams and all that. No,
did you get a team from him?
Kind of. Yeah. We worked to build a team.
You kind of, yeah.
Come on, where else am I going? But
what team did you run? Because I actually I don't know if it's on. Oh wait, it's on July.
Yeah, it's actually on Dracoviz.
Oh, okay. You ran the Metacham and a Sabwai. Interesting.
Yeah, Metacham was awesome, dude. Like,
no, honestly, I was thinking about it. I was like, there's not that much Annihilate, and that's really the main thing you're worried about. I mean, Wigglesauce is annoying, but like you have Dynamic Punch for it.
Oh, I didn't know I was the only one in the whole tournament running Metacham. That's crazy.
I don't think it's that crazy, but okay. It's interesting. Yeah. So anyway, I see someone running a Bastion, which is kind of crazy too.
Yeah, they were. Oh my! Someone, their first round opponent, they sat down, and they have to show him how to get to the battle thing, and he opens up the battle.
You show the Bastion guy how to go to the battle.
The Bastion. So the Bastion guy, he opens up the GBL tab.
He's gotta be a local, right?
Yeah, he's a local.
Okay,
and it plays the end of season Stardust thing from the previous season when he's.
Oh my gosh.
He has not been playing this season.
Yeah.
Starpies!
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, so Bastion
a little less does at least, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was rank 6 from GBL last season, so I don't think he needed to Starpiece to say that.
I mean, he actually didn't really have that much fast side pressure besides the Bastion either.
Yeah.
He had a Clodsire, Aridos, Altaria, Malmar, and Mandibuzz.
Yeah. I mean, Air/Mandy is not exactly fast attack pressure.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I mean,
Dazzling Altaria too. Yeah. Okay. Well, first one, it is what it is.
Yeah, and like there were a lot of the Puerto Rican guys were. I don't know if many of them played the previous one last year. It sounded like the answer was no. Like it sounded.
How many Puerto Rican guys were there? Because I can't really tell based on the.
I guess.
Oh wait, I could look at the flags, right?
Yeah.
The winner's from Puerto Rico, right?
Well, no, Joe Eddie's from NA. He's from like Washington.
Oh, okay.
He's Puerto Rican, but he's moved to the US.
Yeah. I think there's a total of 3 from Puerto Rico: Frost, Chaos, and Rosario. Rosario did pretty well. If that's versus from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he's a community ambassador there. It felt like there was more, to be honest, but maybe like. Joe Eddie just seemed to like bump up the numbers. I felt like I was always talking to at least 2 Puerto Ricans at any one time. So.
Well, I mean, you might have been because there was a total of what 13 players and 4 are Puerto Rican by origin.
Yeah.
Like
that's true.
It's pretty good odds.
Yeah, there is a weird thing in the Dracoviz where one of the no-shows essentially got double no-showed into losers round 2, so they didn't come last, but. They've clearly made a call where people without teams aren't showing on the Dracoviz. So you've got like, 5th, 7th, 7th, 9th, 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 and then it's missing a 9th and goes straight to 13, 13. So you've only got 13 players here, but it says that 2 of them came 13th. So unlucky, I guess.
Yeah. I guess it wouldn't have changed too much in terms of points and everything for them. But
no.
so it was top 4 only that got points.
Yeah, so top 4 only. So it was a lot of upsets and whatnot. I did terribly, quite frankly. I was not playing well. But I don't think, like, if I can avoid in the future any tournament that is at the start of the meta, I would love to, because it is not built for me. Like,
well, you know this was optional to go to, right? Like someone kidnapped you and threw you on a flight to Dallas, and then we're like, we can't kidnap you through Spirit Airlines, so we'll kidnap you on a different airline instead.
You're asking if you can avoid it, like, in the mirror. like,
please,
like,
you don't have to do this.
Like, if I can avoid it.
There's nothing I can do, Kaz. I'm boxed in a corner.
Dude,
I know
Steve can't pass up a special championship in a foreign country. So
I love Mickey Mouse tournaments. What can I say?
He's like, yeah, if this data requires Anacore to put in extra work to upload onto Dracoviz, I'm in.
Dude, in the Dracoviz chat, I was like, by the way, guys, I'm sorry to everyone that's going to San Juan. I know that just by playing here, it's going to delay it getting to Dracoviz by a year. This is my bad, guys.
Well, it was up pretty quick. So
it was up very quick, actually. Well, I think Just Dirk was talking to the organizers, and they like made the team lists public like instantly, like when the tournament finished.
Good. That's really good.
Super fun. Like, maybe 6 hours after.
Fine. Yeah,
but, true. I mean,
so how long did it take in general? The whole event?
So we probably kicked off around 11:40, something like that, and we were probably done by like, I don't know, 4 p.m. To be honest, like it was such a social occasion in terms of like it was difficult to watch any battles, but everyone was just chilling. Like the grand finals were on, and we were just like talking as if it wasn't happening. And then it's
I mean, there's no watch, right? You're all looking over their shoulder.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
I mean, that was the old Australian way, to be fair.
Yeah. Wait. So, question. How many people were there for VG and TCG?
I actually have no idea. Like,
I know you couldn't see them, or roughly, right? Like roughly, can you tell, or like, was it big, or was it like only a couple dozen?
It was a big space. It was bigger space than like the.
It used to be a Sears
stuff. Yeah, I guess it used to be a Sears. I don't know what the deal was. They were also like packing up the tables while I think losers finals were happening. Like,
they're like, dude, let's get out of here. We gotta in and out. You know, I respect it.
This shopping center is about to close.
I was like, oh, we're about to get booted. Are we going to be battling in the food court? What's happening here?
That's how they do it in production too. Like the moment the stream is done, they start packing it up, right? Who cares if another stream's going on? We're packing up. We're getting ready, right?
Yeah.
Even the venue's so open,
but yeah. Regardless, it'll run pretty smooth though. But I know I just didn't see it on the page what the caps were. Did it even say? Oh, it must have said the cap. Maybe if we just.
Some people said 32, but I don't know.
It was for Go.
For Go.
Yeah,
but yeah. I guess for the other ones, I don't know.
But
I feel like the other games is a higher chance that they capped, but I don't know actually.
Oh, I think guaranteed the other games capped. I mean, I saw so much Twitter discourse talking about San Juan and like, you know, how much of a scam it is and stealing, like, you know, picking up fake championship points and yada yada yada.
But how could it be a scam if they capped that, right?
Well, like just in the sense of like, oh, it's a small tournament, it's easy to get top 8 or whatever.
I guess so. But like, are they that much? What's the size of Australian tournaments for VG and TCG? Are they?
They're in the hundreds. Like it's not US big, but like they are big tournaments.
But
gotcha. So I don't really know where it landed, I guess, but.
Yeah. Well, don't tell them the Go numbers because then they're going to really be like, "Oh, that's really."
Yeah. I mean, I've talked to a lot of these guys. Like, I've talked to a lot of the top, especially TCG players, and especially after I came back from Johannesburg, I think, and it was like, "Yeah, bro, I came second," and they're like, "Oh, dude, congrats!" Like, you know, how many people are there? It's like, 4.
You got top half.
But yeah, anyway, Joe Eddie, like, I think if we're being real, everyone there was kind of cheering for Joe Eddie as like, you know, a Puerto Rican to take it all home.
Dude, he only started playing this season too. I met him for the first time in Pittsburgh, I believe. Yeah, so he's been really grinding and really impressive. Yeah, his first one was Pittsburgh. He went to Milwaukee, went to Vegas, he went to Toronto. The only tournament he skipped so far is Seattle.
Oh, yeah, true.
In NA.
Yeah,
well,
he did tweet out, "I'm going to win San Juan" months ago.
He did. Yeah.
So
yeah. He
did.
willed into existence. All right, so anyway, the team he was running, we didn't even talk about this. Shadow Altaria, Corviknights, Empoleon, Licky, Shadow Quagsire, and Wigglytuff. No Jellicent, surprising enough.
3 birds!
I mean, there's not much Jellicent in this entire tournament, to be honest.
No.
Yeah. Do you think it's because Jellicent is just not as good as people think it is, or like what? Or like
it's just there is one Jellicent in the whole thing.
Literally
Just played pretty well too, right? Well, he got top 4.
Yeah, third. Yeah. Dang. Part of the reason for Sableye was Jellicent, but turns out that was a miss. That's whoopsies.
That's so weird because I feel like in the Open Great League, I see nothing but Jellicent.
I mean, the sample size for this tournament is on the smaller side too, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
well, there's sort of 2 things you have to remember when you look at these Pokemon. One is that it's a tiny tournament, and so like tiny little variance changes a lot in terms of the overall stats. But 2, a lot of these guys aren't like hardcore PvPers, like hardcore show 6. Like probably half of this tournament, this is their first tournament. And so it's kind of like,
but at the very top though, so like Joe Eddie, Matt For Real, Just Dirk. Yeah. I don't know Rosario, but obviously pretty solid.
He's Puerto Rican
Josh Lee, LW Josh. Like these are all like people that know PvP metas, right? And have played in a lot of tournaments themselves.
Yeah, I think you've
OG Blair's Choice is there too, right? He's a local one. He went last year as well to San Juan, but
I mean, no one was like a total PvP noob. Like everyone seemed to know how the game worked.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And I did lose to a Reggie Drago. But it's neither here nor there. He brought it 1 battle. I beat him that 1 battle. That's all I know.
Yeah.
But that was kind of the tournament, I suppose. Joey's heading to Worlds. And the Puerto Ricans are apparently talking about trying to get more Puerto Rican tournaments, but it seems tough in the landscape.
It's a hard sell.
Very
hard. Who's the Puerto Ricans? The 4 that were there, or like what other Puerto Ricans were they talking about? Like,
I mean, Rosario sort of leading the charge. In some sense.
It's just like it's a hard sell when the one tournament you have isn't sold out, right?
Yeah, and 16 people
out, and only like 4 out of the 16 are Puerto Rican. Like the one that won is not even like doesn't even live in Puerto Rico, is from like NA, right? So, or not, I mean, it's Puerto Rico's NA too, but like in the US, but
I think
it's probably hard to convince the Pokemon company. I mean, who knows? So maybe the card game and the VGC has like more people. I'm not advocating against it, but I'm just saying like it's a tough selling point, right?
I think we are stuck in a go bubble, and I think that ours is actually irrelevant to the calculation, to be fair.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. But I don't know. It's just like I guess my question is how many Puerto Ricans play competitive PvP, right? That live in Puerto Rico. Because outside that, if there really isn't enough to even cap it, then like what's the point? You just want more events there so that you could participate yourself, right? But it's not really for your specific community. Which again, like, hey, I respect the grind, right? Like it's like I'm sure everyone would love to have more regionals in their backyard, but
I mean, are there locals there?
No, not presently. I think they're looking to get them started up.
They're not able to, or they're just like
they just don't have them yet. Shops. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think in some sense, like this Rosario guy, he is a he's a community ambassador. He's sort of running a lot of stuff down those parts, and I think this was sort of his exposure point to the championship series in some way. And so I think he's now
pretty good though. So
he did. Yeah, I mean, he outperformed his expectations, that's for sure. Yeah. He lost to 2 people, and it was first and second. But he was... It sounds like he's now sort of got some motivation behind him to like start up trying to get locals together and whatnot. So
it's actually a lot of people in Puerto Rico. I just looked at the population. It's around like 3.2 million. That's actually a decent amount.
A lot of people to not have a vote, hey? But...
They're not what?
To not have a vote. But...
Oh yeah. Well, they can vote in the primaries, but not in the general.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you know
Just
that.
like-
Actually, it's Australian. Dang,
Just like Washington D.C.
You're pretty locked into the U.S. politics. I mean, it's all over the place these days. But like, I think a lot of people outside the U.S. don't even. I think a lot of people within the U.S. don't even know that. Actually,
I was about to correct you.
well, no, because trust me, some of the people that vote in the U.S. are highly misinformed. Like, they don't even know. Like, it's
We don't need to go down this rabbit hole.
Anyway,
I will not stop being mad.
No, because
I will not stop being mad the rest of the day.
When you first said it, I was just like, wait, what? Surely he's not talking about U.S. politics, right? Like, how does he know this obscure fact? Anyway, for anyone that doesn't know, yes, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, and they can not vote in the general election, even though the U.S. owns it. But you can vote in the primaries. So, like, let's say if you have multiple Democrats or Republicans running for office for president, you can vote on which one represents the party. Anyway,
the same is actually true for the District of Columbia, where our national capital is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, they can't vote in the general? I actually didn't realize that.
Well, they don't have any. It's not an electoral college. It's not
I guess so.
Well, no. They can vote, but they don't have like an actual seat like in the electoral college. Like it's
not like a state.
Yeah, but they can vote for the general election. In the
I
general
think so,
election.
yeah. Because they're not a territory.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, what? I was like, that's news to me. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. But
they don't have a representative.
Seems a good time.
Rico's big. Actually, that's kind of crazy though, because Puerto Rico's almost the same size as LA, like in terms of population. Which I'm not saying that in a bad way, because LA is massive, right? But like, I actually was surprised. I thought Puerto Rico had a lot smaller population. But still slightly smaller, but not by much. So LA is pretty massive. Anyway, okay. Well, curious to see how that develops in future years. But congrats to Joe Eddie. I love the story of it. Right, has Puerto Rican roots. He's Puerto Rican. He said he was going to win it all, and he did. And it was his first season competing. I'm sure he'll probably still be at other tournaments, but this year. But that's pretty cool though, to get. And honestly, like if you look at the people that went to like a fairly competitive tournament, still,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
A lot of people that like have top cut in NA didn't even get top 4. So yeah. We'll see if because I was talking to Josh Lee, because he signed up for like Houston and San Juan, I think. And he was like, yeah, I'm only going to one or the other, so I'm trying to decide and stuff. But I wonder if he goes to Houston or not. Because he didn't get points at San Juan, but I don't know. Houston is speaking of Houston, what is the numbers for that one? I think it is 133. So
I thought everything was supposed to be bigger in Texas.
There's some event in Texas that same weekend, some rodeo event or something. So the flights in the hotels are super expensive.
Amazing.
Like it's probably twice the price of Seattle. Yeah. It's like cheap for context, right? Houston's like between like in the middle of the country, right? Of US for people that don't know, and then LA's on the West Coast, Orlando's on the very far East Coast. It's cheaper to fly from LA to Orlando than LA to Houston for like the Orlando regionals. So I know a lot of people from like SoCal, they're like, I'm not going to Houston, but I'll go to Orlando. I was like, oh shoot, okay.
Fair enough. So
yeah, kind of a small one. Maybe I'll pick up a little bit. I mean, it's coming up soon in 2 weeks, right? We have a European tournament this weekend. No, sorry. Latin America, LATAM.
Curitiba is this weekend.
Curitiba.
Yeah,
okay.
Curitiba is this weekend.
Yeah. And then okay.
Yeah, I think that'll give us a bit more of a picture of what the Show 6 meta actually looks like in some sense.
Probably,
you're saying your Metacham isn't representative?
I think you're going to see a lot more Metacham in Curitiba than you're seeing in San Juan.
Dude, honestly though, Metacham was probably really good for you because there was no Gelatin, not a lot of Zoom Roll.
Yeah.
Those are the two things you need to worry about. And not a lot of Annihilate.
Yeah, kind
of chilling with that Metacham, I feel like. Dang.
Yeah, kind of whack.
Dang. But
alas.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we'll be on lookout for that. We obviously have no idea what the numbers are for that one, but okay. And then let's talk about some tea topics here. This is kind of like a false alarm thing at first, but it's kind of funny. It happened yesterday, so super weird.
Oh,
Super,
right.
super weird tweet. Let's just put it out that way, right? Not sure how it even came about, but this came out yesterday, March 10th. It said trainers, an elite chart from Niantic support. Niantic help Twitter says trainers, an elite charge CM is not guaranteed as part of the Rank 19 Go Battle League award rewards in the Precious Pass Go Battle League season. Certain items may be available in previous seasons. However, they are not guaranteed unless they're explicitly listed on the official website. Now, everyone just kind of glossed over the fact that they said Precious Pass because we're in Memories in Motion. Because I think part of it is like people just don't even realize the name of the stuff. And also, like, why would you tweet out about a previous season after it's over, right? Especially early on when people usually hit it. Like, they should have tweeted this out 3 months ago, right?
Yeah.
But instead, it comes out randomly at like noon on March 10th, a week into the new season. Very confusing. And everyone's just like raged about it, right? I was even a little peeved. I was like, what the heck? Like, why are they removing this, right? And then I read it back and I was like, wait, hold on. This does say Precious Pass. I didn't hit Rank 19 myself, so I can't really be one to say if it did work or not. And I asked some people, and some people were like, oh, yeah, no. I got it like today, or I got it like yesterday, or whatever. I got it this season ready. I think this is an old tweet, which makes no sense to me. Why is this tweet going out? It's just crazy outrage. I'm surprised it hasn't been deleted yet, actually, because I feel like, I don't know, this is getting like, it's got over 200, almost 220K views on Twitter and a lot of tweets and tweets. So of course, once I found out, I was like, wait, hold on, this is actually a false alarm. I tweeted back out. I was like, oh, this is not actually it. But it was just really, it's a very strange tweet. I don't know what the scheduled tweet was for, right? Like, this is like beyond like, oh, we tweeted it out like the day after event. This is like 3 months late, you know?
Yeah. My like gut guess, because it is so odd, is that they submitted it for approval at some point and then it got caught up somewhere along the way. And then it got the big rubber stamp at the end and it's like, oh, we have to tweet this.
No, yeah. Like, I don't know. Obviously, people that work on social media probably don't necessarily play a lot of PvP for the game, so they might not know, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't work at Niantic. I'm not in charge of it or anything, so it is what it is. But I feel like there should be like almost like a minimum requirement that you engage in like at least all aspects of the game in a small degree, so you kind of know. And maybe they do. Maybe they play enough that they don't know about the elite charge team at 19 because they didn't grind up that much, right? But I don't know. There's something. It's a little. Anyway, it was a masterful rage bait. Let's put it that way.
They knew we needed a tea topic, you know? Like,
yeah. No, there's something else to that I was going to talk about. So, did you all play the event last week where the legendaries were spawning?
Nah. A little bit, but not a lot.
Did you see any legendaries? I didn't play any, so
no.
Yeah. But I did see a lot of people tweet about the fleet race and stuff, and it did seem like a grind. But a lot of people did come out with like a decent haul of Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
But Fleece King probably is like one of the harder grinders. So I just looked at his numbers, and he said he encountered 44 legendary Pokemon. He caught 13. Sadly, no shinies. Just over 12 hours of grinding, mostly from normal incense. Didn't use daily incense at all. Mostly used Iceburn Kyurem Adventure Effect. He said, "Hope that helps." So
44 across 12 hours. That I guess that checks out actually. Because the Puerto Rican community guys were like talking about them playing it and like, oh, you know, I got this. And so it sounded like it was frequent enough. So I guess you're getting a couple of every hour, which is.
It seemed like a fun event. I didn't really have the time. I had like stuff going on this weekend, so I didn't really grind it much, and it wasn't really of high interest because it was just you know, there weren't a lot of PP relevant spawns, right? Like you couldn't really catch like Cobalion or Virizion at like level 15, right? And so the only way you get one eligible for Great League is 000, which is pretty hard to get. Unless you might be spoofing.
Well, I guess
on the wild.
It's incense though, so you can't.
Yeah, they spawn in the wild too.
Oh, really? Oh,
because someone I know, he showed me something. He's like, I think it was like something from a scanner or something like that. And he was like, oh yeah, like look at this guy. He caught a 100% Rayquaza. I was like, he's like, he like drove to it. I was like, okay, well that's definitely not incense. So,
yeah. I didn't really have a chance to play too much, but I did catch a few Pokemon that had been recently introduced to the game that I just like, you know, you were only available in research or raids or something, and I hadn't been able to do, like Glimmet, you know, that weird little poison rock type.
It was in routes and stuff for a while. Maybe it still
Yeah.
is.
No, well, I don't know, but with this event, they were all like spawning in the wild. I caught wild Salandit, which was pretty neat. No females still. But
You don't have a female?
No, I got traded one, so I have exactly one.
You'll have one? That's interesting.
Yeah, I've never hatched a female
super
myself.
Unlucky.
It's crazy.
I mean, I don't even hatch that many eggs, but that's super unlucky. Yeah. I don't know. I think the event is like okay. It's a good concept, right? This is like a 30th anniversary event, so we might not have this again for another like 10 years, but
another 30 years.
But I think if they really want to hype it up, I think they do. So my thought was, if you encounter a legendary, treat it almost like a raid, where like you get like, let's say you get guaranteed like 10 balls before it flees, right? Maybe something like that, right? I don't know how hard it is to code that or just like whatever, but like I think that'd be a little bit more neat, right? Because I feel like the one in like the high chance of flee. Actually, I don't know how many chances you get now that I think about it, because obviously the Galarian Birds is usually like one and done, unless you get super lucky and have a second chance. But I don't know about the other legendaries. Maybe the other legendaries had a few more higher chances. And the CP on them were crazy. Some of them were level 50, which is kind of nuts, actually. Yeah, I think Marshall posted one that was level 50. But a lot of these Pokemon that Felicien caught are like in the 3K range. I think Marshall actually caught it level 50, which actually in hindsight is actually pretty useful, because you could just trade it to someone, lucky trade it to someone.
Whoa.
Yeah. He caught a level 50 Moltres.
Holy smokers.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's actually kind of nuts. Yeah, it was 3,745 CP.
That's so crazy.
Maybe I should have grinded this event. Shoot. Not bad.
Yeah. I actually think it's a very cool event. I really like. I didn't have enough personal interest to play it, but I thought it was cool.
I thought it was fun because it kind of appeals to all levels, right? Like if you wanted to really grind hard and go out on incense and everything, you could definitely do that. But if you wanted to be more casual like me and just sort of catch up your Pokedex a little bit, like you could also play that way. And it worked out for everybody. So I think this was a rare case of kind of a win-win.
Yeah, it wasn't actually much of a tea topic, actually. I mean, I saw a lot of negativity where people were like, oh, it's going to flee, all this stuff. So I thought it was going to be a lot worse. But when I looked at it, I was like, it didn't seem that bad of a catch rate even for Fleece King, right? And, you know, the fact that some people even call it legendary like 50s that they probably didn't spend Master Balls on was actually kind of decent. So, yeah. So, I don't know. But that's, yeah, that was that event. Outside that though, I don't think there's anything too much else to cover. We have Curitiba coming up, so curious to see how that goes. And that's about it. We don't have too many comments from last week, so we're gonna skip.
There was literally just a
heart. Yes, a heart. No Podbean comments.
I was gonna say, did you check Podbean?
I did. Yeah, I checked it right now.
Jen's been really busy lately too. We played Wingspan last week and she was catching us up.
Unforgivable.
What the heck?
You could drop a raunchy comment in 5 seconds. Come on, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe those comments take time to marinate.
She's got to cook.
Yeah, she's got to come up with the perfect one. It's sometimes it comes to you really quickly. Other times. Gotta have patience.
We did recently have daylight savings as well, which I think is super interesting for everyone else in the world, because they're like, all of a sudden GBL starts at an hour earlier.
Yeah.
The rotation. But for us, we're like, it's normal. What do you mean? It was 1 p.m. like usual.
Yeah.
It is, and like events start, like global events happen at different things, and it's all like that's all US centric is kind of like it makes sense, but it's also pretty whack for everyone else.
Listen, I hate it. I wish we didn't have it. It's so stupid.
That's the American way, you know. The world revolves around us, even if we're the few that do things.
Well, it ticked in while I was, in the US, and I was flying from. I flew through Florida both ways, Florida to San Juan, San Juan to Florida. And on my way there...
Wait, so you went from Australia to Dallas and then Dallas to Florida and then San Juan?
Yeah.
Oh, you were on a plane for a hot second.
I was in the air a lot. But I love the airports.
I hope there was Wi-Fi on the plane or something.
It drops out pretty quick once you leave the mainland.
From the US, right?
Yeah, from the US.
But for Dallas to Florida... Well, that's not that far of a flight, Australia to Dallas.
Nah, there's no Wi-Fi there. It's the ocean.
What?
It's the ocean,
How long was
man.
that flight?
15 hours.
The ocean, man.
Oh.
They got movies on that thing. I watched heaps of them. I watched like 9 movies or something.
I watched. Yeah. Anything good?
Yeah.
You could watch a whole Lord of the Rings trilogy, then some.
You can.
Yes.
That's true.
I'm actually rereading the books right now.
Yeah, I need to finish reading them. But
Up on a plane to Australia.
Caleb!
Anyway, what I was going to say, I was on my way to San Juan. There was an hour time difference between Florida and San Juan. And then on the way back, there wasn't. And it totally threw me off. It's like,
wait, San Juan doesn't do daylight savings either?
No, they don't do it.
Interesting.
So it's like, what
time zone are they? Are they East Coast time zone?
They are now the same as Florida.
Okay, but they were before 1 hour ahead.
Yeah,
ahead.
Okay.
So they were even further from West Coast.
Yeah, for West Coast, 4 hours ahead, but now 3 hours. Yeah, interesting. Okay, well, are you locking in? What was it? Is it Cape Town?
Oh yeah, it's Cape Town. To be honest, there's part of me that's going like, do we need to go? Like maybe.
Yeah, well, because I guess the question for you is like, are you trying to go for a World's qualification this year or not? Right? Because you have to do pretty well at Cape Town.
We just need to get points, and then I need to farm locals because I only have like 36 local points or something.
No, I know, but let's say if you max out your locals and go to San Juan, and do like maybe you don't win it all, but you get
any points.
Is it enough?
It'd be worlds. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it why? Is it because like the same like 7 or 8 people that get points at like Aussie tournaments? Is that why?
No,
like,
it's just sort of where the numbers are sitting. Is like because I got 280 from Auckland, and so.
Right, I forgot about Auckland. Okay, yeah. Okay, that helps a lot. Yeah.
Cape Town alone plus locals is not it.
Yeah, I forgot about Auckland. I completely forgot because I was like, what other ones are you competing at if it's not Cape Town? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting on a little bit. So. Okay. Yeah, I'll think about it. I was probably more confident I was going 3 weeks ago. Now there's a little bit of like, do we? I'll probably end up going, to be fair. But.
I don't know if you're telling the truth or not. He's saying all this wishy-washy thing in the back of his mind. He's like, dude, I already locked it in.
Yeah.
I've booked nothing.
I'm firmly in the camp that he knows he's already going.
Yeah. But okay. Well, that's going to do it for us. We'll see what happens in Curitiba. Best of luck in your GBL season. And right now, one other thing. I guess this could have been a T topic, but the constant bring back of the new PvP system and then taking it away is kind of comical. It is unfortunate because it is a little buggy, the new system, but hopefully they iron things out. They'll bring it out for like 1 day, like or a couple hours, and then deactivate it. I think so. So you missed out on the day that it was active, like GBL.
Well, I have in the sets that I've played so far this season, I have only experienced one game where I had like the update.
Really?
Yeah.
You must have played it on the tail end of it.
Individual game.
Because literally they had it alive for like a couple hours last Friday or Thursday or something. Yeah. But I didn't get a chance to play it myself because I streamed a little bit later that night. So. We'll see though. Hopefully it does go live without any like issues soon, so that we can figure it out. But
yeah, I mean, before San Juan started, we were all standing around, and I was just like, "Okay, quickly, does anyone currently have the GBL update?"
That would have been really bad.
Wow, that could have been actually really terrible.
Yeah, but anyway, okay, that's gonna do it for us. We will catch you all next week. Until then, have a good one, y'all. Peace.